those of you that don't know me, my name's Dave, and I make weekly vlogs every Thursday on YouTube and every Saturday on Facebook. And today I have a question for you. Today I would like to know, what do you think of the internet? You're watching me on the internet, so I get that kind of there is a part of you which enjoys the internet. But here's some context. I'm a youth worker, I work in a local church and I run a youth club. I'm always wondering about how our young people today, growing up as what they call digital natives, folks that have never known any different. They've always known and loved the internet. Well, not necessarily loved it, they've just always known and lived with the internet. As opposed to me, I'm not a digital native. When I have really clear memories of being at college, sixth form college, when I first browsed the internet for myself, and I was like, wow. We had an intranet at my college, and I studied politics, and so there was like this portal, the politics department portal, where we would be able to go, and I could click on the links to all these different political parties. Of course, the only ones that were actually interesting to look at was the fringe parties to the left and to the right, like really right-wing and really left-wing. The sort of sites that probably get you flagged and visited by the police nowadays. In those days, the college themselves were encouraging you to go and visit them. I remember I knew one URL off the top of my head, one. It was a puppetry website that I used to go and visit. I used to type it in www. Now, of course, websites and connectivity is everywhere. You don't even think about who shouldn't I visit. The world is banging your door down of your phone or your device, whatever it is that you watch these videos on. I often wonder, with our young people, the young people that I see on a weekly basis, this hyper-connectedness, this hyper-togetherness, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Good, that we're really connected in this world, or is it bad because maybe in a weird way our connectedness is also isolating us? How about this? Track with me for a moment. When I was a kid, before MySpace and all those sort of things, before Facebook, before YouTube, if I was into dance music and I wanted to dress like I was into dance music, I had to physically go to the shop, buy a new shirt, trainers and tracksuit trousers or whatever to dress like I was into dance music. And if I was a rocker, I had to go to the shop, buy a shirt, you know, maybe a black shirt or something, a black denim shirt, buy some jeans, rip them up, buy some DM boots. I had to buy the things that I needed to help me take on this persona of either this sort of tribes person, I'm into dance music, or this sort of tribes person, like I'm into rock music. Nowadays, you just take a photo and swipe like this, and the different filters that it adds onto you kind of does all that for you. You don't really need to own the clothes, you just use the filter. My question with that is, do I find myself connected with a bunch of people that I've never actually met in real life? Do I find myself able to connect with a niche community online who I don't actually know in real life? Is this weird ability to connect with people of a similar interest all over the world, which is amazing. Cards on the table. I have been a puppet builder because of what I've done on YouTube. I have earned money from posting videos on YouTube. When I worked on Rainbow for one summer season, I got the job because someone had seen my performances online and just gave me the job. I didn't even have to audition. I'm not here to hate online. I'm not here to say, the internet's evil, kids, stay away, stay away. However, unreserved support for the internet would also be misplaced, I think, at best. What about the potential pitfall? Am I less able to connect with my neighbour because I can't see how compatible we are because of I can't read your profile, so to speak. When I meet someone in the street, I don't get a short synopsis of who they are and if I'd like to get to know them before I start talking to them. I had a homeless guy chat to me in the street the other day simply because on my jacket, there you go, on my jacket I have these lapel pins. And someone was asking me about these in the comments last week. I have these lapel pins. Bear Fruit, it's a Christian brand because believers should bear fruit, right? Adidas, Tottenham because I'm a Spurs fan, Canada because I went to Canada on honeymoon, NSPCC, National Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Children, safety pin, because I had a safety pin to hold in my poppy, and then I just bought a metal poppy anywhere, or an enamel poppy. And it's because the homeless guy saw this poppy that he assumed I was an ex-serviceman, because this coat has a bit of a sort of a hint of military about it. He wrongly assumed I'd seen service and was asking me about that. I didn't get a little bio, a 30-word breakdown of who this guy was before he started chatting to me, and he probably wouldn't have wanted to talk to me if he had been given the 30-word breakdown of who I was, because I wasn't who he thought I would be. I say all this preamble to say I'm sure there are massive benefits to the way we are connected online, and I'm utterly convinced that there are massive negatives, pitfalls to the way we're connected online and our ability to connect with one another in real life. But I want to know from you, what is the best and worst experience you've had solely because of the internet? So what's the best thing that's ever happened to you exclusively because you did something online, and what's the worst thing you've had happen to you because of something you've done online? Now, I say this, full disclosure, I'm a youth worker. Everything I do has permutations with the young people I work with. In the new year, I would love to do a session about online activity, and this is a survey for me, right? I want to know, how has the internet really helped you, and possibly even how has the internet hurt you? What would you tell a young person who's just starting out their life online? Would you give them an advice and say, it really helped me in this way, but caution, it really hurt me in this way? Is there any help you could give someone? Benefits and pitfalls of life online is what I would love to hear from you. If you have been, thanks so much for watching. I make these videos every Thursday on YouTube and every Saturday on Facebook. If you would like to help me out plan my session, please leave me a comment right down below. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you have a question or a suggestion for a future video, why not write that down below as well. Thank you so much for watching. All the very best. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Hellyers.